Hey there, welcome back to another new video. So in this video I'm going to review Nokia Asha 503 and I will discuss about can you use this phone in 2022. So first of all, this is a really cute device as you can see here, and the one I have is single SIM version, and it has some problem like the back is broken already. The back is made out of the plastic which actually breaks, so the inside one is breaks, and now it's the shell is transparent but it doesn't fit properly. But still you can find the back shell, aftermarket back shell, so you can buy it. So I bought it I think 3-4 months ago, and I have made video about this phone. If you have watched the video, or if you are watching the videos of my channel, you have seen this phone. So this is actually running on Nokia Asha platform, which is what was quite good at the time, but now it's quite useless. So although this phone supports 3G, but it's quite a useless phone. So I will tell you why it's a useless phone. So first of all, let's check the version and other things here. So if I go to, so as you can see here, the version it's running is 14.0.4, and there is no update, nothing you can do with these things. And build wise, this phone is quite good actually. It has I think 128 MB of RAM or something like that, and a little bit of storage, and you can put micro SD card. The main problem is now is that the App Store for this phone doesn't work. And as you can see here, we have a lot of social apps like Facebook, Twitter, WeChat, Line and WhatsApp, but the problem is nothing works. Although I have a quite good internet connection, but nothing loads. So I was able to install Opera Mini here. Opera Mini does work, but the problem with the Opera Mini is that you can use the Opera Mini, but you cannot watch YouTube videos here. As you can see, it's take time to load the app, quite long. So it's loading that. Also, this Opera Mini is unsigned version of Opera Mini, because the signed version you cannot install as the certificate is already expired. So from here you can use like Facebook, Twitter and other things you can use from Opera Mini, but you cannot watch YouTube. So as you can see, it's loading the Facebook and it's load the Facebook. So the main reason why I bought this device is because it was cheap. So it was like nearly $5 when I bought this device. And the main reason I bought this device, another main reason is like it's running OS similar to MIG OS. If you have remember the phone Nokia have released, only single phone they released on MIG Harmerton is Nokia N9. So the interface here is quite similar to that, where you can get the gesture like things, but not quite like N9, because N9 has a lot of apps. Also it has a legs of apps, because that is the only one single phone, and so the developer didn't make a lot of apps for that, but still it was quite good. And also you can install custom ROM on that phone, but for this one I couldn't able to find any kind of firmware, and I have searched a lot of website and other things to fix some things, like to use the Facebook apps or Messenger apps or something like that. And I tried a lot, but I couldn't able to find anything. Although I was able to install many apps, but those apps are not touch supportive. So one of the best website to install apps for Java was webtrick.com. From my previous phones like Nokia, others Nokia phones, I have used those phones. I used to get apps from webtrick.com, which does work at the time, but now if I download those apps here, it doesn't work. It installed, but it doesn't work. So first of all, let's try to open the Twitter here. So if you open the Twitter, it's a built-in Twitter, you cannot update or anything you can do. But if I go here, like if I try to sign in, it will not sign in actually. I tried many times, it didn't work. Facebook, the app it doesn't load, so it will do like this and it doesn't load. And WeChat, it also doesn't work. So it does open, but it doesn't work. If these things open or works, this is quite a good dumb phone actually, because the build quality of this one is quite good, and also it has a good camera actually. 5 megapixel camera which has no autofocus or anything, just fixed focus camera was touch and you can take the photo, and also have a little flash here. And this phone does support 3G, so the call quality is quite good and the internet quality is also quite good. But the problem is none of the apps work. So this is the app store for this phone. If I open this one, it doesn't work, it doesn't load actually. It will say connection fail or something like that. I have tried many times. Let's see it open or not. So it will do like this, it will not work. Maybe Nokia already shut it down their server for this app store, because it doesn't work on my Nokia N8 also. So I have tried on many devices, it doesn't work. So one thing I have noticed on this phone, the touch is quite good of this phone, and it has a really good keyboard, which is not available in Nokia N8. So if you have used Nokia N8, you will know that the keyboard is very bad. But here the keyboard is quite good, because it's a phone from 2013 and it's got a quite good decent keyboard here. And you will get the prediction and spell check and other things, but you cannot install any third-party keyboard. That's the application you are getting with, and you can change it. And another thing with this phone is that it has double tap to wake up, but I can't see any proximity sensor here. As far as I know, this thing need proximity sensor to work, like double tap to wake up. So it has a double tap to wake up, and it does wake up when you double tap, but the system is different. So usually if you double tap on the phone like this, it should wake up, but no, it listen to the sound or vibration. I don't know why. So if I do this, you see it turned on. So it just depend on the vibration or tone. So I don't need to touch the screen, just the sound. As you can see, it's turned on. So it's quite interesting actually, because I don't have double touch to wake up on my Huawei tablet, which has no proximity sensor. So maybe this kind of thing they can implement on their tablet too, just to wake up the screen. Because if you press the power button many times, it will destroy the power button. Like my one, it's already like you have to press very hard to turn on the screen. So these things are quite interesting, which is not available on other phone, I think. So rather than that, this is a quite good phone. You can use it as a phone call device or messaging device. So you can't use them more than that. So this is only specific reason if you are getting this phone. So it's quite cheap now. I think you can either get in $3, $4 or $5. So there are a lot of options for these phones, but I don't really recommend to buy this kind of phone, because the platform it's running on, the Asha platform, is quite bad. Rather than that, you can buy Symbian S40 platform or S60 platform or Nokia Bell, where you can get a little bit more at the similar price. So if you are really need a basic phone to only to call and message, it will be better to buy E72 or E71, E63, something like that. Those phone has keyboard option. So you also can install many apps there, because those phone are running on Symbian S60. But this phone is quite bad. Although the touch and other things are quite good here, but still it's not usable like other devices you can find in similar price. But for like collecting or something like that, like these phones I don't really use. I just collect them as to keep them with me, and then I just check them often. So that's why I just keep them. And so like that you can buy it, but don't pay too much for this kind of phone. You will get a lot of option for this phone, like 501, 502 and 503. There are 2-3 version available this phone. And this is the what it called usability of Nokia 503, Asha 503. And that's it for today. Maybe you got the idea that what you can do with this phone in 2020. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time with something else.